Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. A nation that we all can feel proud of. And that's the message. This is our home. And every parent, once you occupy a space that you call home, you're always trying to make it better. You're always enhancing it. And we need to see our country in a similar way. We must always be working toward improving, bettering, enhancing Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube, please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off by saying to you, Grenada is on the upward trajectory in terms of development, in terms of enhancement, in terms of transformation. We are moving forward as a nation. Only last evening, we saw the signing of that deal where the Kiwana Bay Resort, that particular property where Flamboyant Hotel used to be. Remember, the previous administration fell out with the developer. The developer took the government to court. And the developer was looking for 111 million US in compensation. Grenada would have been in serious problems at the international court. We lost to WRB there already. So the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team, they were able to negotiate a settlement to get back that property and to get back the land for a fairly reasonable amount. So what we saw last night was a deal being signed between Silver Sands developer or developers and the government of Grenada. So Silver Sands developers, Naguib Sawiri, he would now, with his team, develop this hotel, right? Turn this hotel into a world-class resort, thereby creating hundreds of jobs and opportunities for people. The NNP really didn't want that to happen. They wanted this particular property to remain on the hill, one of the best sites on Grandins Beach, as a white elephant. But here we are moving forward. So that developer will develop that hotel, transform that property in what it should be and will become. So young men and women will get jobs and opportunity there. In the first instance, you would see construction taking place again. So carpenters, masons, interior designers, painters, plumbers, electricians, they will be back on the job. They will get work at that particular site. Then when the hotel becomes operational, you will see our men and women getting work in the hotel. That is what you want to see. That is what you call development. The NNP never wanted that to happen. Hence the reason they wanted the NDC administration to just fight this developer in court. And they knew that we are going to suffer a great loss. We are going to lose at the international court. They knew that. But they wanted to blame the NDC for the loss, although the NNP brought that problem on Grenada. So our government, in a very intelligent move, negotiated a settlement. So work will soon commence or recommence on that particular site. But here it is. We did not only sign a deal with that developer to get the project moving again, but as part of that agreement, we got 5 acres of land adjacent to the Camohon Park as part of the deal. So that 5 acres will now cause Camohon Park to be extended, expanded. So we will have more green space on Grandins Beach. So the folks in the diaspora, when you come back to Grenada in the not too distant future, you will see a larger Camohon Park, a more extended, expanded, broader, bigger, whatever adjective you want to use, Camohon Park. 5 more acres will be added to that particular open green space. Because remember, under the NNP, we were actually fighting to save Camohon Park, right? But at this point in our history, we are expanding. We are celebrating the expansion of Camohon Park, and it will be called Heroes Park, the National Heroes Park. More green space for our brothers and sisters home and abroad. That's a significant move by the NDC administration. But we did not only get that 5 acres of land back in our name, but we also got the land that the Kimpton Kiwana Bay Resort is sitting on, because the NNP gave the land to the previous developer in his name. It was his. But we were able to negotiate to get that back. So the land now is leased. It's leased hold to this new developer. And this new developer has his cash. He doesn't have to go out there and beg for money to do this development. And if this development is under the Citizenship by Investment program, certainly a lot of investors will come on board to see this particular development materialize, right? So again, we must applaud the NDC administration for understanding that our young men and women, they need work, and we cannot just leave this matter to play out in court for plenty years and not get this project moving. So now our men and women will get work, the project will commence, restart, and Grenada will see more rooms, right? More rooms available, because with airlift, you need to have rooms. It goes hand in hand. So we have more airlift, more planes coming to Grenada, more visitors coming to Grenada. So you need to have more rooms so that they can stay. So our government understands that very clearly, and we are seeing more rooms on the horizon. Then you have the Six Senses Hotel that will open in the first quarter or so of 2024. And the government is very supportive of this particular project and doing everything in their power to make sure that this project is successful. That is why those developers are happy happy with this government. Because you see, you need a government that's friendly to investment, friendly to investors, friendly to developers, friendly to people who want to invest their money. And we have been constantly stating on this program, well, I have been telling you on this program, we have a pro-business prime minister and government. They believe in the private sector. They believe in making sure that the environment is conducive enough for development. You know, there was a particular time when the NNP used to say, well, the NDC is this and the NDC is that when it comes to development and developers and investors and so on. But they can't say that now because you have a prime minister who is pro-business, who believes in this private sector, who came from the private sector, and who wants to see the private sector driving this economy. So we are seeing that playing out in front of us, right? We also expect another hotel to come on stream where the old St. George's University building on Grandlands Beach there used to be. Or maybe that site is still there with the old structure. I don't know if it's a clubhouse or the whatever they normally call that, right? We expect a development to take place there again, and that's a good thing. So I want to just give you a little piece of what took place last night. For those on Facebook and YouTube, you would see it. Those on the radio, you would have to listen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have an announcement to make. As much as we are celebrating the commissioning of the Silver Sands Beach House, we did announce that we have been in negotiations, discussions with Naguib and his team regarding the Kawana Bay site. And I'm very happy to announce tonight that you will witness the signing by Her Excellency the Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade of the lease of the Kawana Bay site to Naguib's development company so that we can complete the development of the Kawana Bay site. And in true partnership, while we're having the lease of the Kawana Bay site signed tonight, we're also having the surrender of the Rivera beach site on Grandlands Beach, which we've declared will become a national park to join the Cameron Park so that we have the necessary green space on Grandlands Beach so that the young, the old, and the in-between can enjoy more green spaces on Grandlands Beach. So I want to, first of all, thank Her Excellency for accommodating us tonight. I'm sure this is kind of not the usual manner in which she signs a document, but a little change. Past her bedtime, she said, so I'm very, very grateful for her accommodating us tonight. I want to thank Naguib for permitting us to have the Governor General sign the lease here tonight. So I will invite Her Excellency Dame Cecile La Grenade to sign the lease, and then after that, sorry, the surrender has been signed for the Rivera site first. Who's signing? The Governor General. All right.
Right.
Governor General.
Beautiful. So our Governor General signed that, well, all the documents there last night. And that is what you want. You want to see opportunities coming to our people. I told a friend months ago, our beloved Prime Minister has a good relationship with those developers, those investors. He knows them. He dealt with them before. They have a really good relationship. And that is what a country needs. So you're seeing those projects continuing, expanding, more investment taking place, more projects happening for our people. So our young men and women can find employment right here. We do not have this kind of, confrontational environment, this tense environment, this anti-investor environment in Grenada. We don't. And that's the beautiful thing about our beloved Prime Minister and about the way of governance in this country under the NDC administration. In fact, an NNP activist said this morning on a particular program, he believes that the NDC will be in power for a very, very long time because things are happening for our people. And when you hear an NNP activist saying that he understands what is taking place in this country, people are happier, prosperity is coming to our people, right? So they actually launched, well, officially opened the Silver Sands Beach House last night at that particular venue. It's really, really beautiful. If you ask me, it is really really, really beautiful. And I want to commend the developer. I want to commend all the people involved in this. I want to move to the next level because we have so many things to talk about this morning. I want to say to you, for those who are attentive, for those who are observant, you realize what is happening with the opposition side in our parliament? You realize the level of disrespect, the level of disregard for the highest institution in the land? You are seeing a no-show, meaning all of them not present at the parliament at once. All of them, as though they abandon their responsibility. So first, you saw the disrespect shown to a beloved Prime Minister at the funeral of Adrian Spaceman Mitchell, where the moderator asked everyone to stand to recognize the arrival or presence of our beloved Prime Minister. Everyone should stand. We saw Keith Mitchell refusing to stand. He's no longer the Prime Minister. He should stand as a form of respect for the office of Prime Minister. But he refused. Then you saw Keith Mitchell, the leader of Her Majesty's opposition, not attending the parliament sitting on the Friday when our beloved Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, was presenting or had to present. He knew that he would be presenting on the Friday. In my belief, he knew that. It was said. He refused to attend that sitting. And it comes across as, a level of disrespect, a level of disregard for the institution, and as though it doesn't matter to him or to his supporters, right? And it's really, really sad, people. And there are people who are observing that and saying nothing because Keith Mitchell has a different standard that they measure him by. They know he's loose. They know he's disrespectful. They know he's vulgar. In my belief, they know he is a man who will say anything, do anything, and right? And they accept that. But when it comes to the other side, they hold them at a higher standard, and the whole expectation is totally different. Look at the opposition side. All 4, 5 of them refused to come in the Senate. Not the Senate, sorry, in the House of Representatives. The Honorable Delma Thomas was presenting. And when you look at the video, empty. How could we accept this? So Keith Mitchell made his presentation on the Thursday, said what he, had to say. Our beloved Prime Minister remained there as an honorable gentleman, as a decent human being. He remained there. He listened to Keith Mitchell and his presentation. He never walked out. He never, abandoned his responsibility. No. because he's mature. He's mature enough to understand you could disagree, but when it comes to being honorable in the House of Parliament, that should be on display always. But I hope our Grenadian brothers and sisters are observing that level of disrespect, disregard, bad conduct by Keith Mitchell and his side. And mind you, they would go on platforms and, speak about respect, speak about discipline, speak about this, speak about that. Even in the parliament, he would speak about that. But why they're absent in something as the budget presentation? Come on. That's how you represent your constituent or constituents, your people, your constituencies. That's how you represent them. And that is what you want people to support. That is what you want people to be, behind. No wonder the NNP is a dying breed, No wonder people are not gravitating towards the NNP. They're out there talking, and people are ignoring them. People are not even bothering with them. Their standard is extremely low. Really, really low. That is why young people are not attracted. That is why young people are not attracted to the NNP. But the NNP and the leaders and the people within that organization, they're bringing that party to that place where they would become useless if they're not there as yet. So I hope you're observing what is happening. And I hope you're talking to the young people so that they too can see, because with technology, everything is accessible these days. Come on, people. We deserve better than this. If you're tired, you've been there for 40 years, and you don't believe you could handle it anymore, well, just give up now. Step aside now. But you're remaining there. You're not coming to the parliament, or when you come, you present, you walk out. The level of disrespect shown to this nation by Keith Mitchell and the NNP must be called out by reasonable, by logical thinking people, by patriotic Grenadians. We cannot put up with this for any longer. You have to call it out. How could you sit and accept this level of behavior? Come on. We have to expose it. We have to expose that level of bad behavior on the part of Keith Mitchell and the opposition team, the opposition folks on that side. But here it is. What is causing them to be very uncomfortable is the fact that the NDC presented a good budget, and there's a lot in that budget for our Grenadian brothers and sisters. That is what's causing them to be disrespectful. That is what's causing them to be uncomfortable. Because I featured the Honorable Dennis Cornwall, Minister of Finance, last night. And I stayed here and I took notes, because it's important to do so, right? Stayed here and I took notes. I wrote some stuff down. And he spoke about a number of things. In that budget, you got substance. We saw the NDC introduce bi-monthly salary to public officers, twice monthly pay. So before, public officers were getting their salary at month end. But now, that salary that they used to receive at month end is now cut in two. So they're getting the first half on the 15th, or a little before the 15th, and the second half on the 30th of the month. So they don't have to beg to make it till the end of the month. All right? They will have money, and the economy will benefit from that. Money will circulate. The NNP said that was not feasible. Well, the NDC is not talking. They're doing. They're getting the job done. They're delivering. So we have bi-monthly salary. Pension and gratuity, $75.1 million paid to public servants who retired and they had to march in the streets under the NNP in the hot sun for their pension and their gratuity. Money that belonged to them, money that was rightfully theirs. The NNP lied and tell the nation that it will cost $1.2 billion to pay out the pension and the gratuity and the economy will collapse. The NNP came back and they lied and say, well, it will cost $465 million to pay out the pension and the gratuity, and every year it will require $120 million to keep paying the pension to these people. It was a lie. $75.1 million was paid to the public servants who were owed their pension and their gratuity. They're now spending that money to do repairs on their homes. They're now spending that money to create employment in their small businesses and so on within our communities. They're investing that money back into the economy. We heard in the budget about the free tuition policy, a program where government is absorbing the cost. We're talking about millions of dollars. Government is absorbing that cost, $810 per child who goes to TAMCC or NULO. Government is paying that for them because government believes in higher education. Government believes education is liberation. This is significant, because under the NNP, we never saw that happening. Right? All the students attending TAMCC and NULO, they're receiving free tuition. They don't have to pay it. We heard also about the free meal or hot meal to be introduced from January. Free school meal. In other words, there are children who go to school and the parents have to find $1 or $3. In the primary school, I think it's about $1. Secondary school, it's $3. All right? The parents have to find that. And if you have a poor parent or parents, $3 is a lot of money. All right? And you have to find that every day. So you're looking at every week a good $15 for secondary school and primary, $5. And if you have kids in primary and you have kids in secondary, it's a challenge. But the government is saying we want the young people to go to school, to learn. We're investing in their education. So come January, meals will be free at the primary and secondary school level for those who depend on it. Those who go into the school with that $1 or the $3 to buy that hot meal. This is important. The same people that the NNP speaks about, or the NNP would talk about from time to time, the poor and the vulnerable, they're the direct beneficiaries of that program. All right? They're the direct beneficiaries. The WASH program. This is big. I cannot stop talking about it. The government, the NDC administration is working to get rid of pit latrines, outdoor toilets, pit latrines. So what they're doing, they're providing indoor running water and indoor bathroom and toilet facilities for people who have pit latrines. So families will get their dignity back. Families will now be able to invite people in their home, because that was a hindrance for a lot of people. Because if a guest come by you and you show them the pit latrine, they may not use that. All right? Very nice indeed. So by 2027, nearly everybody in Grenada with pit latrines will have a flushable toilet and bath. That's what they're working towards. They may not be able to achieve that big milestone, that huge goal, but they're working towards it. You have to set the bar high. You have to set targets and you work towards it. You may not be able to get rid of the hundreds and hundreds of pit latrines within now and 2027, but that is the goal. That is the aim. That is the target. And I love that. You got to raise the bar. The JUMP program, providing internet to households without internet and a laptop computer with training to use that device. This is a very good program. The NDC introduced that. That's a good program. And in the budget, you heard about hotspots. Hotspots, the government is seeking to have hotspots at community centers, at schools, police stations, churches, libraries, just name it. Hotspots in communities. So even if you buy a community center, you can still get the internet there free. Even if you buy a school, you can still get it free. It will be open to everyone to use because we are living in 2023. Internet is very, very important in terms of getting stuff done. That's a good thing, a very good thing. I want to say also, the NDC gave the creatives 100% concession to bring in the equipment, the materials, and so on to get the job done, to ply their trade, to keep their livelihood going. All right? And 100 creatives got scholarships to TAMCC. Remember, under NNP, you never hear about the creative industry and the people in that sector. They were not existing for the NNP. The NDC also started the process of regularizing workers. 300 or so workers have already been regularized, and then they move into the next phase and the next phase and the next phase. You're looking at almost 2,000 or so government workers being regularized, or they're working towards regularizing them under the NNP. They had no security of tenure. They couldn't go to no bank, no credit union and borrow nothing. But the NDC is serious about creating generational wealth and making sure that our people have job security. You're not hearing the NNP talk about these things at all. They're not interested in that. They're only interested in making confusion, making bacchanal. I am convinced that they are troublemakers. Huh? In the budget, we heard about that $27+ million that the NDC was able to get from the World Bank for agriculture purposes. $27 million. That's US, huh? Right? EC, because it's 10 million US, right? 27 million EC. We also saw the removal of VAT on 19 or so food items. That remains. The removal of the VAT, that still stands. The reduced petrol tax, remember it was $5.50 and the NDC brought it back down to $3 petrol tax. That remains. The MPs, members of parliament, getting $5,000 as of January. All the members of parliament, not just those on the government side, those on the opposition side too. Everybody getting the same thing, right? That is a mature government. They're billing institutions because as it stands now, the parliamentarians, they're getting $1,474 per month, right? The senators, $852 per month. So senators will get $3,500 come January, and the elected members of parliament, $5,000 across the board. And those who are elected, they have a constituency to run, they will get $120,000. That's $10,000 every month as constituency allowance, but they would have to say what they're doing with it and so on within to give account. And that's all members of parliament, opposition, government, all of them who are elected, they will get that money. That's a serious government. It's a very serious government. They're about building institutions. We heard also that the unemployment rate fell from 28.4% to just about 11.9%, under 12%. We also heard that the economy grew by 5.5%. All right? And it's projected to grow again. We also heard in that budget presentation, tax amnesty generated, the tax amnesty that the government put in place generated $23.2 million in additional revenue. But 6,300 plus people, taxpayers, benefited from the tax amnesty that the government started. The whole 1 year tax amnesty, I think it will come to an end on the 31st of December. But 6,300 plus people took advantage of the tax amnesty, where they were not required to pay the arrears or the penalties. They just paid the principal amount, what they owed. Because come 2024, the government will be very strict when it comes to tax collection. So if you have not yet taken advantage of that, do so. We heard of the minimum wage order coming into effect in January, where workers who work for very little will get more for their work. The NNP refused to adjust the minimum wage for the last 10 years. They did nothing where that is concerned. But the NDC is serious about workers, serious about media workers, serious about workers in the Indian stores, the Syrian stores, serious about security officers, clerks, office clerks, and farm workers, serious about our working people, the bus drivers, the contractors, the bus drivers, the laborers, right? And so on and so forth. That is why they are adjusting the minimum wage come January. We also heard of the nurses continuing to receive that $6,000 annually, $500 per month, additionally on their salary. The doctors will receive an additional $1,000 on their salary, bringing that up to $12,000 additional on their salary for the year, because of $1,000 every month. All right? We heard, a police officer met me and said, well, Kem, we ain't get nothing. And I turned around and I said to him, you ain't get nothing? I said, only recently, the government of Grenada signed that agreement with police, with prison, with public officers, giving you 13% increase on your salary. And hear this, the police signed a fringe benefit agreement under the NNP. They were never able to even entertain that. The NNP didn't want to hear nothing about that. Fringe benefits. So you get all your allowance and all your benefits and so on. You didn't used to get that under the NNP. You're getting it under the NDC with that agreement. So I said to that individual, I say, calm down, because I have the facts. The fringe benefits is very significant. Everybody can't get it once, and all the time you get something. No. Or else you're going to bust it, right? So the nurses, the doctors. And we know that public officers were able to sign to get a 13% increase over a 3-year period, and all the fringe benefits attached to it. We also heard in the budget that this rainy day fund with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is so important, because if we have some shock, if we have some kind of external problems like COVID and so on, you have to be able to tap somewhere to get some money to help your people. So it was passed in law that money should go into that fund every time we have surplus and so on. The government of Grenada, the NDC administration already put $19 million in that fund. The NNP did not put 1 cent into the rainy day fund with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Yep, they don't care about you. Also, we know of the different medical stations that got repaired and upgraded. Gove, Hillsborough, Victoria, Wester Hall, Good Hope. We can go on and on and on. And then we heard of the others to be repaired, to be upgraded, to be. I love that. I really, really love that. We heard about schools that were refurbished, were upgraded, and we heard about those that will be starting come 2024. So new schools, some will be refurbished and upgraded. We heard about the passports. So no longer will you have to renew your passport every 5 years. It will be 10 years. That is what it used to be. 10 years. Right? We heard about the Project 500. Because the government is seeking to build 500 Grenadian-style homes for our people who live here in Grenada and those who reside in the diaspora. So these homes will be on sale, where Housing Authority will build it for you. Right? So you get your little loan, you get your stuff, and you take it from there. This government cares about the Grenadian people. We heard about the $200 to be added to the poor relief assistance for 65 years and older recipients. Those with disability and that kind of stuff. Those who have mental illnesses and so on. They will be getting more. All right? We heard about Imani trainees. They will be getting a $500 on what they collect. So a lot is happening for our people. But I want to open up the line to give you a chance to talk. The number is 415-4817, 415-4817. That's the number to call to get on the inside to have your say. And maybe I can ask my good friend Kim the King to give me some additional time. I know last night he gave me an hour additional. Maybe I can ask him to do that for me.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Right, so we have gotten 30 minutes. 30 minutes additional. 30 minutes additional. So you're free to call. The number is 415-4817. 415-4817. You are free to call. So let's take the first call. See my good friend Glenda there. Let's take the first call.
My love.
Good morning.
It's V.
Hey, Miss V, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I am
How's
fine,
your
thanks to
family?
you.
Good. Listen, our friend Miss Merle, she passed on.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yes,
Accept
Saturday.
my sympathy.
Thanks. Saturday gone.
All
Saturday
right.
morning.
Okay. Thank you
Keep
for
up the
letting me know.
good works, my love. Love you. Bye.
Same here. All right. Thank you very much, dear cuz. Thank you very much for letting me know. Again, the number is 415-4817. So we have an additional 30 minutes. If you want to speak about the budget, if you want to speak about what you have observed, if you want to speak about anything you can, the number is 415-4817. 415-4817. I would love to hear from you. You can call me WhatsApp on that number. That's my personal number, really. So if you call me on that number, you will be able to get through and you will go live. 415-4817. It's 415-4817. I would love to hear from you. Your thoughts, your take, your observation, the budget, the whole presentation. That will be nice. I want to also say to the folks who ask me to hold tickets for them for my event, please try to honor that because the deadline for you to pay for that has passed. So if you ask me to hold tickets for you, I did. I wrote your name down, in some instances, your number. So I want to ask of you to reach out to me, right? Reach out to me. Let's take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. You want to lower the volume of your radio?
No, not in my boss. That
Yeah,
radio.
yeah. Oh, it's next door.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Man, these NNP and Kit Mitchell fail to realize that Deacon Mitchell has kicked him with a Gideon boot size 14. He can't fall in the back of the net again.
All right.
He's a football.
Thank you
He
very
failed
much.
to realize. Get out of that. Deacon is doing well good. Very good. Excellent. Praises to him. And he's doing very good for the poor people of this country. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Jay caller. Thank you very much. So again, the number is 415-4817. Once you call that number, you can call me on WhatsApp. And you know that's free. Once you are close to Wi-Fi, you add that number, Kem Jones. Once you call that number on WhatsApp, you will be live. You will be live. All right. So if you ask me to hold tickets for you and you have not yet paid, try to make that payment or else I will put the same tickets on sale. All right. I'll put the same tickets on sale. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Kem Jones.
Good morning. How you doing?
Boy, I did it. I ain't seen all at all the fed going on, and I ain't there. Anyway, well, if you see Ricky, tell him I say hello.
All right.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway from the budget is what I call the cricket initiative. What will be taking place or what has been taking place in St. David. The recognition of Mr. Duncan. I mean, that really took long to come. I mean, he has given yeoman service to cricket in St. David. He has single-handedly put out 77 young cricketers at some level in West Indies cricket, whereas under 19, Windward Islands, etc. And co-opting the services of Junior Murray, the Fletchers, and other notable cricketers in Grenada to spur the growth of cricket, which is really in the abyss as we speak, West Indies cricket, and realizing that cricket is a big professional sport. You could really make a living out of cricket. I think that was a very good initiative, and I hope it can spread quickly across the island so that our youths, young, can be, or children really, like the Prime Minister said, not when they turn hardback man and woman. They can be trained from early and we can produce cricketers. I hope they don't forget Carriacou because Carriacou are very, very, very good cricketers. And I'll make up an appeal for the Dover ground to be fixed and maybe put bleachers and stuff like that, make it a cricket venue, basically in the state of Grenada. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Indeed, again, the number is 415-4817. 415-4817. You can call me via WhatsApp. You can call me straight. You will be live on air. And you're free to talk about the budget. You're free to talk about things that you observe. Anything that you want to talk about, you can at this point in time. Again, the number is 415-4817. So I was saying, the people who ask me to keep tickets for them, you would have to reach out to me. Let's take that call. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Boy. All right. Hello. All right. So something occurred there. Something happened there. Let me see if I get that caller, because I think the caller was making a very good point. Let me see if I get that caller. All right. Let me see if I can get a call. Let me see if I can get a call in, because that caller was making a very good point. Good morning, caller. Sorry for that.
Yes, good morning. I was saying that I listened with great interest the discourse in the parliament yesterday by the Honorable Delma Thomas. She shared quite a lot of knowledge and insight on the whole question of the 150.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thumbs up. Nice. Great. All right. So let me see. There was another person who was calling here, because you see, once we get 2 and 3 calls at one time, it tends to jam up. All right. So I see we had this caller here. Let me try this call. It's Bluetooth, so when we have 2 or 3, it would jam up the whole thing. Let's see that caller. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Tim. I got cut off a little while
Yeah,
ago.
no problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Live?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay. I listened to the budget with great interest. It was very interesting. I in my whole life, I have never really listened so much in budget. I always listen a little bit and maybe don't listen, but it is very interesting. So I to want to hear everyone in the budget, even the opposition. I would say the government is doing a really, really good job. I am really pleased with some of the things they have put in place to build this country and to show, the poor people and the people who are struggling to make an effort to get them off the ground. I think the government is doing a really good job towards that. Delma I think she had a firing budget. She did. I know the people from the opposition side is not pleased with some of the things, but it's just clarity. She's just making it clear. And I don't know. Some people mightn't have seen it for a while, but I have already noticed some of the things that the past government didn't show any interest in the poor people. Really, they just wanted to leave us poor, let us remain poor. I mean, they enjoy having us in that manner, in my opinion. She just clarified some of the things. So some of them is hurting because she do that. And no, I could hear them some on the radio that, they're upset that she did that. But it's only fair and it's only clear. Honestly, I think she spoke from her heart directly. She spoke right from down inside. And it's clear to see that they didn't care. They didn't care. To have a young government come in the space of a year and a half, I mean, and do all these things, and the past government had so much money inside there and didn't do anything. Give us the clarity that there is nothing they were not interested in pulling us off from the dungeon. It's clear to see that. To the opposition leader, I would say to you, come on, do your job. Do your job. Sit there. You are part of the team. Sit and listen. I mean, you give your speech and everybody listen to you. I did. I listened to you. Why not? Why can't you sit and have a sit down and hear what other people have to say and give your opinion too? I mean, you might not agree with everything that it says or what everybody says, but sit and listen. This is Grenada. Election is already gone. Let us fight and build this country, every one of us, whether it's NNP or NDC. Let us move on and use whatever this government is putting in place, and let us fight and build this country and make things better for our children and our grandchildren.
Right.
Don't let us go back and forth, and still campaigning. No, we are way. Give us a year, a year two again. Let a year to pass, and then we go back campaigning. If you don't please with what the government do, then you vote against them. If you please, you vote for them.
All right. Thank you very much.
Election stuff go away.
Fully agree. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear caller. Thank you very much indeed. And those who are calling, you can call again. All right. what happened is I cannot entertain two calls at the same time. So when you call, I'm actually seeing your number, so I can actually call you back. But if you want, you can call me. And once you realize somebody's on, it will take some time. When they finish, then you can call in. All right. So I'm saying to the folks who ask me to hold tickets for them, all right, please, I urge you to fulfill that obligation. Reach out to me. Let me know when you will pay. All right. That's important because we have almost 200 tickets. Well, people who ask that I hold tickets for them, over 200 of that I still have holding for people. The deadline gone for you to pay. So if you have not yet paid, call me so I can know when, or else I would have to put the tickets back out on sale. All right? Or else I would have to do that. Good morning.
Hi, Tim. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know what shocked me yesterday, listening to Pedro, is when he behaved as a little donkey. Oh, my goodness. I was looking up to him, but no, he's down. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear caller. Thank you very much. All right. Let's try this. You have a couple of people who called there. And right. So I'm saying if right, so let me try. Right.
This is Glenda.
All right, Glenda. All right, so yeah, Glenda, I was trying to reach you there because I realized you called there. Who I missed. So we have this one here. There's a missed call here too. Right. So just saying, so I have your tickets. There are people who reached out to me already. I have your tickets, but I want you to honor that, to pay up the money before, because the deadline passed. And if you can't pay immediately, just let me know. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Okay, well, I was heard from you, man.
Yes, man. Man, already.
Yes, I mean, Saturday in Laura, I don't know if you saw some of the clips that the Prime Minister did in terms of entertaining the young children in Laura with the Joy Cricket School. This man spent more than an hour and a half with the kids, intermingling, skipping, playing. Man, it was pure fun. He even went so far to give them tickets to go to watch the cricket in the stadium and give them free bus to transport them. So if that is not a big enough incentive for them to proceed and to go to higher heights, could someone tell me what could be the incentive in order to help people? The former Prime Minister who say he loved cricket to the T, he never made an effort to help people. All he tried to do is to help himself and promote his habits. I hope the Prime Minister continue to do the good works, and I know he's a man of his word. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Derek Waller. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. So what I'm saying is if you reached out to me to hold tickets for you for the event, you can reach out to me to say, well, I can't pay right now. I might be able to pay on the 15th. Yes, I know the deadline passed, but I'll pay on the 15th or I'll pay on the weekend or, that kind of thing, because I need you to handle that and get that out of the way. So once you told me to keep tickets, so you reach out to me, or else I would put the tickets back out for sale. All right? Because there are a lot of people who want tickets, but I am telling them, well, no, it's done, it's finished. All right, the tickets are finished. But the minute I realized that you did not reach out to me, or you did not tell me when you're going to pay, when you're going to honor the commitment, then I will put it back out for sale. I'll do that. So if you already reached out to me to say, well, you will pay at that time or that time, no problem. No problem with that. But if you have not yet done so, you need to reach out to me, send me a WhatsApp message, communicate with me, and tell me when you will pay. Because if you don't, then what I will do, I'll put it back out on the market for sale. All right? So there are a number of people who already purchased their tickets. And, you too, there are some folks who purchased the tickets from me, and you purchased 5 or 6. I have your name as the person who purchased the ticket. But I need the names of the people you gave the ticket to. All right? And their number. So I may have given you 6 tickets or 7 tickets because you purchased the 7. So I gave you, the person, 6 or 7 tickets. I now need the names of the people with the ticket, right? Who will be getting the ticket. So if you purchase ticket from me, if I gave you tickets and you gave me money, what I want you to do now is to call me, and you can do that during the day. Let me take that call. All right, we didn't get that call. My good friend Glenda there, she's trying to reach me. So if you, because I may have only your name, but you took 6 tickets or 2 tickets or 3, and I may not have the name of the other person or persons or people. So I need their name and the ticket number that you gave them. All right. So while I have the 6 tickets that I gave you and the number, I need from you the name of the other people or the people you gave the tickets, all who have the tickets for you. I need that from you. All right. That's important. So you can have access to the event, the name of the person. So when they come, their name, that kind of stuff for transparency purposes. All right. Because you have people out there who could try things, right? They watch the ticket and they say, boy, I could make that ticket too, Let me see if I could make that ticket just so, and have 1 or 2 people come in, because I'm the only person selling tickets. You can only get the tickets from me, right? So let me repeat that. 1, if you told me to keep tickets for you and you have not yet paid for it, reach out to me to tell me when you will pay. All right? When you will pay, so I can write that down, follow that to make sure that you pay. Because we have almost 200 tickets that I have in my possession holding for you, for folks who have not paid. There's some people who paid already and are holding the ticket for you. That's no problem. I know that. But those who told me to keep the ticket, hold it for them, hold the ticket for you, you're going to pay, I want you to pay. Or tell me when you will pay. Or else I would have to take that same ticket and put it on the market to say, well, we have 200 tickets still to sell, or we have 100 tickets still to sell. All right? That's important. Very important. You have to give me a timeline when you will pay. There are those who already gave me a timeline. You could still kind of refresh my memory. Can I tell you I'm going to pay on this date or that date? No problem with that. All right? So that's important. And for those who already purchased tickets, so you purchase tickets for me. I'm in New York, you give me money there. In Grenada, same thing, or you send it Western Union, MoneyGram, whatever. You purchase 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tickets for people. I need you to give me the names of the people and the number of the ticket you gave them. So I know I gave you 6 tickets and I know the numbers I gave you. All right? Or 10 tickets. I know the tickets I gave you. But I don't know the name of the people you're giving the ticket. So under your name, I will put the 15 people or the 5 people and the number, the ticket number. So when they come, it's easy for me on the day. So I have everybody's name written down who I gave the tickets to. But I need you to also reconfirm, right? So if you got tickets from me, maybe you buy 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, right? Please still reach out to me so I can record the names of all the people and the numbers. That's important, very, very important in terms of access to the event. Because you have to have a ticket to access the event, 1. You have to have a legitimate ticket, all right? A legitimate ticket to access the event. Or else you would not be permitted to access the event. Even if you come from overseas or you're here in Grenada, you have to have a legitimate ticket with a legitimate number and everything like that. And I know who I sold all the tickets to. Right? So again, you have a number of things to do for me. 1, if you told me to keep these tickets for you, right? To keep these tickets and them for you, I have them. And I have your name. So what I want you to do is to message me on WhatsApp or call me. Say, Kim, I told you to keep 2 tickets for me, keep 8 tickets for me, keep 5 tickets for me. I can't pay you today, but I'll pay you 2 days down the road or 3 days down the road or weekend or so, because it can't be too long. You have to pay, or else I wouldn't have time to resell, right? To sell those tickets that I'm keeping for people who don't pay. So it can't be too long. The deadline has to be soon. So you have to make arrangements to pay. All right? Very, very important. That's important. And if you already purchased tickets from me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, whatever amount of tickets, WhatsApp me, message me, because I have your name. But I need to know the people you're giving the tickets to, their name and their ticket number. I need that from you. That's so important. So while I have your name as purchasing 6 tickets, 5 tickets, 8 tickets, whatever the amount, I still need to know who you're giving the tickets when you purchase it. Because you purchase 5. I don't know the 5 people. I only know you. You purchase 5. So I need that straight note. All right? So we have a little time to do that, but reach out to me. Very important. So again, we have a good 15, 16 minutes left in the program. You are still free to call. You are still free to chime in, to talk. And don't be afraid. You listen to the budget. You saw the conduct of the opposition. And look, the opposition side, they are acting as troublemakers. They're acting as unpatriotic people. They don't love Grenada. And it's clear, it's showing out that they don't love Grenada. And they're not doing the job because you're an opposition member of parliament, but you represent people in your constituency. So I think the government needs to work on deducting money from the salaries of these people if they don't come to the parliament or if they leave before time. You have to start disciplining them, right? Because now they will be getting $5,000. You need to have some structure in place for accountability purposes. If they ain't come, don't pay them. If they leave before time, deduct the money from the 5,000. So we need to start seeing those things happening, and then they will come. Then they will be serious about the job, because it's a job. They're representing people from their constituency. So, folks, the number is 415-4817, 415-4817. You can call me WhatsApp. You can call me straight. So let's take that first call. Well, that next call. Good morning.
Good morning. You made me get up from under my covers. Brilliant idea. The government needs to do something with these people and them deduct the money. They have to do something to put them in check. This is nonsense. It's so annoying. The level of disrespect, if not the funeral. Come on, man. They need to take away money. They love money. Take the money from the tail. Something have to be done. Brilliant idea, kid. You couldn't come anything better than that. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, there. My good friend, Velma. You're such a darling. Good morning. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, Yeah, I want to commend the government, Kim. I think they're doing a fantastic job. Very well, very well done. I think people are not really understand. I think we lack some education. The magnitude of the job that is being done to put a lot of things right. I think the whole question of efficiency is at the forefront of things, doing things. You see a lot of things on the face of the earth, they're not new, but somebody else would do it more efficiently. Like, let's say, yes, you build bathroom and toilet and so on before, but somebody comes now and wants to do it more efficiently, do it better, and that's the difference. Maybe you give scholarships before, you give free tuition or whatever, but maybe to a selected few. And people don't really know, because a lot of things were done, as we noticed, and were not really advertised to the public. So then now, yes, you could claim in the end that you gave it and that was there, but that was just for maybe a few selected few, But no, when the government comes out and says this is government policy for the citizens or students of Grenada, then it's island wide, and everybody sharing the benefit. That's one of the things I pick up. Like a lot of things, like, yes, it's being done, it's being done, but it's how it is being done. Now you do it in a more open and transparent manner, and everybody could feel it. And I think the government is on the right track. It's on the right track. Another thing is, I feel disappointed when people say, "Oh yes, they promised to do this, and it's not yet done yet." In a few months' time, you 500 houses. You think 500? You have to find the land. You have to find contractors. You have to find procure equipment and material and everything and workers and so on and so on. Everything. And so when you start to build, you start to build. You don't expect it to be done one time. You don't expect regularization to be done one time. Like one of the parliamentarians said, I think within a month or so of winning, they say, pay the pension now, and pay it now, and do this now, and I mean, I am really disappointed the way how some of these opposition people are behaving. It's time we settle down if we have to move this country forward. Yep, thank you.
All right, good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I recognize that voice there. A good principle indeed. All right, I recognize the voice there, my good friend. Indeed, a very good principle. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817, 415-4817. That's the number. And I realize my good friend Glenda, she's trying to call there and not getting through. Yes, Glenda, you can call. Okay, see, because it's Bluetooth, sometimes you have 3 people calling at once, and there would be some kind of problem along that line. All right. So, folks, I want to say to you, if you ask me to keep tickets for you, hold tickets for you, I have it holding for you. But you need to make payments because the deadline for that passed already. You need to make the payments, or you need to tell me when you could make it, or else I would put the tickets back up for sale, right? Because a lot of people reached out to me asking for tickets, and I told them, no, it's done, it's finished. All right, it's done. But if I realize that you haven't reached out to me, then I would put it up for sale. And I don't care who you are. All right? I don't care who you are, because at the end of the day, we have commitments to meet. We have commitments to meet. Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning,
good
caller.
morning. Morning, Cam.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Not too well. I'm picking up this bad flu that's going around here, my whole household.
Oh boy.
but otherwise, I'm okay. Just want to let you know I'm coming. So and as soon as I told you the other day. But yes, I want to mention 2 things. First of all, with Delma Thomas, I have never heard her speak like the way she spoke yesterday. Everything was dung pat. They could not have even raised their nose to make an opposition to what she was saying, and so on. And 2 other things with the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, Keith Mitchell. I looked at the funeral the other day, and the highest level of disrespect was given to the present Prime Minister. I had to rewind the YouTube 3 times to make sure that I saw what I saw when he did not stand up when the Prime Minister was coming, and that should tell Grenadians a lot about the type of person that is supported for these many years. The other thing is when he tried to belittle the Minister of Finance and call him inarticulate. I think it's deplorable, it's sick, and if anyone wants to mention inarticulate, he should be the last person to do that, because he stand on public podium with Adide, where did he day? I go when I want to go. Nobody ain't go tell me when to go. Adide this, Adide that, Adide the next, Adide the other. Now tell me, how a man like that could come and stand up to try to be real someone like the Minister of Finance. The man did a good budget. I think Grenadians around the world are very happy about it. And when they have nothing to say or nothing to do, they would say anything. One more thing, Emmeline Pierre, when she speaks, sometimes she shouts, she screams, and that's a method of trying to convince people that what they are saying is well. So she put a form of fake passion into it, and it's not playing well with people. People are not stupid, and I want to commend the government for what they are doing in Grenada, and kudos to you, Kem, by keeping us informed and so on. But this is about it. But I'll talk to you later in the day.
All right. Plenty love.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear. Indeed. Thank you very much. Indeed, my good friend. Thank you very much. Again, the number 415-4817. We still have about 7 minutes left in the program for this morning. So if you want to call, you can. 415-4817. If you're overseas and you have to add me to WhatsApp, then you know you have to add 1-473-415-4817, and then you can call. All right. Let's take that call here. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Kim.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well, I'm just calling to say that I actually been listening to budget for the last few days, and I am so pleased and so happy. And the thing about it, what's making me really happy, this government is delivering. So everything that they're saying that they're doing is getting done. So I know when I'm listening and I'm hearing all of these things, there is something in there for everything, Kim. Agriculture, tourism, the young, the old, the middle class, the middle age, the not so fortunate, the ones that was lost. Carriacou, Petite Martinique is included. Everything is in there. And the more I listen, the more I get happy because you know what? My people are benefiting. And I just want to say for long, Grenadians was at that place where it's like we accepted what was mediocre. We take whatever they gave to us and think that's what it was, not knowing there was better. There is better for us. And the NNP administration knew that. They held back a lot. There was nothing transparent with them. Nothing. You never heard about any deals that Kit Mitchell was making. You only heard about it after he did it. You only heard about it when he already signed and did whatever, and they're giving up this and they're giving up that. I remember the fight for Camaham Park. I remember that. And I was sitting one day thinking, and I was like, when my kids come to Grenada, you're telling me if that's like a private land now, my kids don't have place to play that I could tell them as once as a child, I used to play here before I come to the beach. And these were things that bothers me. But then there were people in Grenada that sat on the sideline and said, oh, it was okay. It was okay because it was tourism. It was okay. No, it was not okay. It was not okay to sell our lands. It was not okay to do none of that. But we as a people accepted the less and less and less, and we dealt with it for years. And then now this administration is showing the people of Grenada there is better and there is best. You don't have to settle for less. And I do think the Grenadian people eyes are opening up because Kit Mitchell doesn't have anything to offer, and it's the same thing. He has nothingness and he has nothing to offer. So they're seeing, they're going to understand, and we have to pray for our people. They're going to see the light, Kim. They're going to see the light. Time is coming and they're going to see the light. And I want to say, I must commend all the members on the NDC team. The budget is on point. Everything Grenadians wanted is touched in the budget, and I'm happy. Haven't seen that in a long time.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear caller. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. We still have about 3 minutes left in the program for this morning. All right. I see someone tried calling me earlier. Let's see if we get that person back. Someone was calling while the caller was on. So let's see if we can entertain that person, because that's what it is. We're no longer using landline, but cell phone All right, so I can actually see the number.
Hey,
Good morning.
morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Yeah, well, I called a while ago. So
Yes.
then, let me tell you something. This man, Keith Mitchell, is that man who create all that problem in the country and in a meeting there. He create all the disrespect. Keith Mitchell, do that.
All
Yes.
right. Thank you.
Okay then.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much there. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. Let's try calling Glenda again, because I see she tried reaching me. All right. All right, so let's see if we can get...
Hello, this is Glenda.
No, anytime I call her, it goes to answer a voicemail. But maybe if she calls, maybe it will be better. All right, every time I call, it goes to voicemail or voice message. Again, the number 415-4817, 415-4817. All right, so the folks who already purchased tickets, I would love to get a list of the people you purchased it for. Because many people purchase more than one tickets, right? So it's not just one ticket, but more than one tickets. I would love to get the names of the people you buy it for and the number of that ticket. So if you have 5 people, I know you purchased 5 from me because I have your name. But when it comes to the 5 people that you purchase it for, I don't know them. I don't have their name. So it's so important that you give me that so I can prepare for the night. So when you come, I would know, who bought the ticket for you, the number and that kind of thing. That's important. Very, very important. All right, let me try this number. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Miss
That
Glenda?
phone have a green devil in it.
Yeah, you're live now. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, my president. How you doing?
Good.
I like to tell you, Delmont and matching the mass man. You're doing it better than Terry Forrester. That's our customers. Bye-bye.
All right, nice. All right, thank you very much, my good friend Glenda. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Thank you very much, Kim the King, for giving me extra 30 minutes. Thank you all, the callers, the listeners, the viewers, the people who shared the program. Thank you very much. I'll be back with you tonight in the Hubs.